I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Do you feel that Canelo's going to win?
No.
Really?
No.
So you would put your money on Crawford?
Yes.
You'd make money.
I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Right now, I think Crawford is a little better than Mayweather, but Canelo have more experience.
Regarding the much-anticipated fight between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence Jr. has offered his thoughts. A fight of dreams that has boxing fans giddy. Spence, who is well known for his direct analysis and high boxing IQ, wasn't shy about speculating about what may happen if these two pound-for-pound titans face off. Spence gave viewers an insight into how boxing best perceives a super bout by providing convincing analysis of the styles, strengths, and possible outcome, with Canelo's strength and size advantage standing in stark contrast to Crawford's superb timing and flexibility.
What do you think of that fight?
I think it's a great fight, especially at 160. I'm a guy that, you know, sucks down at 147. I mean, I really think that a lot of people see probably 80-70% of who I really am in 147 pounds. And I'm a guy, especially when I got the WC belt, it helped me go up in weight. You know, I had an IVF and 10-pound weight limit after the weigh-ins and things like that, so it helped me out a lot too. But I'm a guy that outgrown the weight. You know, I'm just holding around because I want to be undisputed champion at 147. But if this is a great fight at 160, you know, I can definitely move up to 160 and fight there.
In the massive bout with Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford has received the unwavering backing of Errol Spence Jr. In talks with several media sites, Spence emphasized that Crawford is the only person who can stand up and wait to defeat Canelo. He stated that he is striving for greatness. Why not, then? I have no idea if Spence will win or lose, but I will most certainly be picking Crawford, even if he acknowledged that he cannot guarantee a victory.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
But no,
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Part of the reason for this admiration is personal experience. In the first such accomplishment since the start of the four-belt period, Terence "Bud" Crawford defeated Errol Spence Jr. via 9th-round TKO on July 29, 2023, to become the undisputed welterweight champion and win all four titles. Spence only managed to land 96 of 480 punches, or 20%, while Crawford landed 185 of 369 blows, or 50%, including 98 power shots. Reddit commenters called attention to Spence's poor writing style. He constantly had his head over his front foot, and Crawford just had far superior training. In the end, Crawford's precision, footwork, and switch striking revealed Spence's shortcomings and solidified his reputation as the pound-for-pound king of boxing.
See, this is the thing. Canelo's looking to knock Crawford out. Canelo's not going to try to outbox him. So Canelo could fall into the same position Errol Spence was in, trying to knock out Crawford and ending up getting clipped and embarrassed.
Canelo Alvarez has received a severe warning from Terence Crawford. When I win, I'll have no excuses. He insisted that he wanted Canelo to be at his best and stated that there was no catchweight clause. I want him to give it his all and make no excuses so that his win is unquestionably valid. After Canelo shoved Crawford during a press conference, the tension increased. Crawford replied on social media, "I understand you. It will stick in your memory, making it apparent that he will punish."
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, you know, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
There's a lot of experts that think Canelo's not the same fighter. His punch output's a lot less. What do you think, considering, you know, the last 12 months or so? Is he the same fighter he was maybe a few years ago?
I think he is. I just think, you know, he just wasn't up for the squad fight. I think, you know, different fighters bring different, you know, energies out of other fighters.
A lot of people are judging you on the Madrimov fight, saying you struggled moving up in weight, you're going further up in weight, and they're saying that's going to go against you based on the Madrimov fight. How do you kind of reply to that?
Oscar De La Hoya is still conflicted about the planned confrontation. He admits that Canelo is a formidable opponent because of his natural stature of 168 pounds and punch resistance. Despite this, he calls Crawford a master and compares his technique to Bruce Lee, expressing equal appreciation for his boxing intellect, footwork, and versatility. Crawford is on the fence because, according to De La Hoya, a good little man has never defeated a good big man in history, despite his insistence that his heart and intelligence give him a realistic shot. The durability of Canelo is likewise indisputable. He has swapped vicious uppercuts with Gennady Golovkin across 3 epics, taken bombs from fighters like Sergey Kovalev at light heavyweight, and absorbed Dmitry Biviel's power without recoiling. That high amounts of punishment foster resilience that few can match. Crawford, on the other hand, is moving up 2 weight classes to super middleweight at 168 pounds without being subjected to prolonged power punching. His speed and power diminish at 154, according to analysts, and detractors claim he has never been consistently hit by true super middleweights.
Dan Rafael kind of made a great point when talking about sizes, because he said if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. And it was good, it was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the better part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford gonna be like? So basically he's trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergey Kovalev, Dmitry Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt.
Not even getting wobbled.
Not even getting wobbled, just literally shaking it off.
Yeah.
You can take Terence Crawford shots.
100%.
Sugar Ray Leonard, a Hall of Fame icon, is aware of how big this leap is. In an interview with the media, Leonard acknowledged the difficulty of advancing and gave Crawford a heartfelt message. He reflected on his own difficulties hopping between factions. There's a significant difference. He pains me every time he smacks me, but you can do it. Crawford was counseled by Leonard to focus on his advantages, remain outside, engage in combat, and neutralize Canelo's aggression with movement and ring IQ. However, warnings continue to be heard.
What about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap, or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true, but you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Jaron Boots is a rising welterweight OSY star. Ennis gave Crawford a sobering warning, claiming that the 2-division jump is dangerous if not practiced at 160 pounds. Andy's highlighted Canelo's demonstrated ability to knock out opponents weighing more than 200 pounds. Ennis acknowledges Crawford's skill set, but feels that Canelo has a genuine size advantage unless Bud changes his approach in physical preparation.
You gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. Maybe probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should, just to stay sharp, and that way he don't have like a long layoff.
Amir Khan, who has fought both fighters alongside Crawford in their prime, commends Bud for his excellent boxing IQ, agility, mobility, and hard-hitting accuracy. Khan claims that, in contrast to how effortlessly he landed on Canelo, Crawford was really difficult to strike throughout their fight. Khan acknowledges Canelo's superior one-punch power, but feels Crawford has a real chance because of his ring smarts and tactical skill, as long as he accepts the risks of advancing.
I fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and is easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you can see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So, look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is
action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
The renowned trainer Teddy Atlas, however, is steadfast in his defense of Bud. I'm not opposing Crawford. He is unique. Crawford's so-called X Factor, according to Atlas, is a superior ring IQ, timing, and perception, which he feels can offset Canelo's power and expertise. Atlas notes Canelo's strength and discipline, but cautions that the Mexican sensation has slowed down. Crawford's versatility, having already passed important tests at 154 pounds, gives him world-class confidence for his counsel by Leonard to focus on his advantages, remain outside, engage in combat, and neutralize Canelo's aggression with movement and ring IQ. However, warnings continue to be heard.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov is a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything.
Amir Khan, who has fought both fighters alongside Crawford in their prime, commends Bud for his excellent boxing IQ, agility, mobility, and hard-hitting accuracy. Khan claims that, in contrast to how effortlessly he landed on Canelo, Crawford was really difficult to strike throughout their fight. Khan acknowledges Canelo's superior one-punch power, but feels Crawford has a real chance because of his ring smarts and tactical skill, as long as he accepts the risks of advancing.
He didn't hurt those guys. And how many times did he rock them?
None.
And so you're going to tell me that he's going to go up to the light, fight a light heavyweight?
Ask them, don't ask me.
He don't like Crawford. I think I like Crawford. In a lot of fights, I like Crawford. But on this one, it's just a bigger version of him. And I don't think that, and again, he's beaten. You're talking about a guy who pro debuted at 126 maybe, he was a featherweight, and then you're talking about a guy who pro debuted at a junior welterweight. So they've always been a big difference in divisions. Featherweight, junior, light, so 4 divisions.
But also look at their resumes. Who did Crawford beat? What's his biggest win besides Spence?
Sean Porter, Errol Spence. Why do you say Spence like
because
that?
Spence was after 2 accidents. He wasn't the same. No, after Mikey.
The renowned trainer Teddy Atlas, however, is steadfast in his defense of Bud. I'm not opposing Crawford. He is unique. Crawford's so-called X Factor, according to Atlas, is a superior ring IQ, timing, and perception, which he feels can offset Canelo's power and expertise. Atlas notes Canelo's strength and discipline, but cautions that the Mexican sensation has slowed down. Crawford's versatility, having already passed important tests at 154 pounds, gives him world-class confidence for a step up to 168 pounds. Bud's superiority is not universally acknowledged by trainers. Perhaps is a little.
Done other predictions where I say Crawford can possibly win if he capitalizes on what he's good at, being aggressive, being just going for it, going with the flow and just feeling it. If he doesn't feel himself, it's not gonna happen. But if he feels himself, and if Canelo maybe doesn't, who knows? That's the reason why I think probably Canelo is gonna win, because it's a factor. It really depends on these little things, but it doesn't matter because they're called excuses. Those things which are mentioned after a certain fight are just excuses. So whatever happens, happens. If Canelo loses, he loses.
Sugar Ray Leonard, a Hall of Fame icon, is aware of how big this leap is. In an interview with the media, Leonard acknowledged the difficulty of advancing and gave Crawford a heartfelt message. He reflected on his own difficulties hopping between factions. There's a significant difference. He pains me every time he smacks me, but you can do it. Crawford was counseled by Leonard to focus on his advantages, remain outside, engage in combat, and neutralize Canelo's aggression with movement and ring IQ. However, warnings continue to be heard.
She need a year? No, she needs till January, February. That's the timeline. She needs 6 to 8 months. She said out of her own mouth that she's in shape. She can come back. She told me that I'm too small for her. I'm not skilled enough for her. She punched too hard. And if she comes to get me, I won't be able to keep her off me. So stand on that. Take this $15 million and come get your ass whipped.
Terence got to be Terence, bro. He's a real deep thinker. He processed fights like nobody else. And he's processed this Canelo fight. He's seen it. He went through it 2 or 3 times already. He knows how this ends. You can tell the way he shadow boxes. He visualizing Canelo being right there in front of him. You understand? Look at the movement. That's all you got to do. Look at the movement. And that's the type of master boxer that Canelo is going to be facing. And the only thing I say is Canelo hasn't faced an opponent like this in a long time. You know what I mean? I think Canelo's going to have to go back to the Caleb Plant fight and look that good, that active, that, you feel me, moving with that type of grace to beat Terence Crawford. Because weight ain't going to make the difference. It ain't going to be the weight. It's going to be the skill set.
Is Terence Crawford capable of defeating Canelo at super middleweight, in your opinion? Or will Bud be overwhelmed by Canelo's stature and strength? Leave your forecast in the space provided below.